Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and Johnny's not bringing us anything. Yes, Sir Rodney. Oh, he shipped the pallets or whatever. Nothing's going according to plan. So we won't get anything till next week if the gods permit. And Johnny G's truck actually runs. Yesterday, the replacement truck quit on him, so he's not sure. He's living in the land of who made who, maximum overdrive. Yes, we're going to have northern lights here right away, so it'll be the green skies like the goblin or whatever. So he's living the life who made who. Yes, the AC/DC soundtrack from Maximum Overdrive, the Stephen King's movie. Yes, he's living it. Pretty soon he's going to have to get the wife to drive along behind him so he knows he's got a ride home when the truck quits. Yes, she'll be driving the family truckster because Johnny G is married with grandchildren. Yes. All right, this morning we woke up to lies. Yes, lies. I'm sitting there with the window open. It's chilly in the house, chilly, everything. But it says it's plus 14. Lies. But feels like plus 14. Lies. It's more like 8 degrees. Chilly willy. On the yo-yo scale, that's plus 57 Fahrenheit, but feels like plus 57. Good car by Chevy. Gas filler thing in the chrome trim in the back. Yes, on the driver's side, so you didn't have to walk around the car. All right. This is the honey dill. Okay. Can you guys read the fine print? It says for chicken fingers. Dipping sauce for chicken fingers. Problem there. Chickens don't have fingers. Hello. They have chicken toes. So this is for your chicken toes. And over here. All right. It says Winnipeg, Manitoba. So maybe that's why some people don't know about the honey dill. But it's pretty simple. Just Google the recipe. You need some dill sauce, dill thingies, whatever you can make it yourself. But up here at the end of the world, it is cheaper to buy the pre-made dipping sauce than it is to try and make it yourself. Because where we're going to get dill? Yeah. Hello. It costs a lot of money to get the ingredients at the end of the world. So the frames are looking good. And the staff said it all. It's up on stilts. Yes, not the jig frame on the frame. Yes, the stilts. Yes, that's working out good. The plan is coming. So now this project's delayed because there's no shipment. Yes, Johnny G so backed up with freight because the trucks are quitting and everything like that. He's so far behind he thinks he's first. Oh wait, that's my life. Yes, so we'll have to find something else to amuse ourselves till next week when the parts arrive. Look at that. We even cleared out the back gate so when Johnny G arrived with the freight today we could drive out and switch out the pallets. Yes, he brings us 2, we give him 3. Pretty good math. Oh yes, that's the new math of today's world. All right, so we're not sure if we're going to clean up this mess or what we're doing. It's Friday. We had a hard week. Yes, we worked hard. And plus we got heat stroke and dizzy from going around and round. Yes, on that shrink wrap. So maybe we'll get the snow truck out. Yes, the snow truck. Yes, there was a comment about putting tracks on this bread truck frame right here. Oh, right here. All right, there we go. Yes, but that's pointless. It's too long. How do you drive around in the bush? You'll hit every tree for sure. All right, we better go. We're pumping water to the house. It's probably overfilling and filled the bathroom again. Oh, well, that's the joys of doing stuff unsupervised. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss, even on a Friday.
Friday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to the kingdom. As you can see, it is still pretty cloudy out here right now and there's a bit of a wind, so no sandflies. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 14 degrees Celsius, which is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get the quad out, then go over to the kingdom. Just after 10 a.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like we are going to move the pallets around and get everything ready for Johnny G to come pick up next week. I think we're going to be putting everything into the loader shed, so we have to move the snow truck out of the way. At least I'll give my dad something to work on. Now let's head down to the shop. 10:30 and I'm down at the shop now. I have to put all the grader parts on the pallets so that way we can get the loader shed open to pull out the snow truck, but we also have to move the table and push the grader back a bit. I think my dad's just going to take the snow truck up to the shop wherever the cords can reach so he has something to work on. While my dad moves stuff around on the loader so we can get the snow truck out, I'm going to go around and put all the labels on the pallets here, and then we can go over to van trailer number 2 and pull those out. We have a total of 3 pallets, so I have to do this 3 times. Didn't take me very long and I was able to get this pallet done. Now I can head back over to the shop. I put 1 on every corner plus on the top, that way they don't lose it and they know where it's going. Hello, Rogue. She scared me when they came out of the loader shed. I did not know my dad let them out yet. You smell my dogs, don't you? Now let's head back over to the shop and see if my dad's ready to get the snow truck out. Almost 11 a.m. we're able to get the snow truck out no problem. Now we'll head over to van trailer number 2 and start moving around those pallets. But first my dad's gonna grab pallet number 1 that I just put the tag on, and he'll put that into the loader shed, so I'll get a little video of that. Over at trailer number 2 now, my dad's going to bring the loader over and take out the motor first, then he'll grab the second pallet here, then I can close up the doors and head back over to the shop and put all the labeling on. $11 a.m. and I'm just waiting for my dad to come back for the second pallet, and I noticed the tire on the wagon is going flat. Good thing we know how to use the tire machine, because I'm sure we'll end up having to fix this one too. Looks like all the tires in the kingdom are going flat. First the 67 and the 69, and now the wagon. Back over at the shop now, and I can quickly put the shipping labels on both of the pallets here. Then they can go into the loader shed where they are safe. They won't get rained on or anything in here, and then when Johnny G comes next week, we can just pull them out and load them up. Just after 11 a.m. and I was able to get the last 2 pallets labeled up. Now they can go inside the loader shed where they'll be nice and safe. Then we can move the snow truck up to the shop, so give my dad something to work on over the weekend. And as you can see, it is getting pretty cloudy out here. Maybe we'll get some rain. 11:30 and we are officially done with the pallets. They are in the loader shed and closed up. Now my dad's going to hook up to the snow truck and pull it back up to the shop. Just after 11:30 and I'm officially done in the kingdom. I'm not feeling the greatest today, so I'll head on back into WHO-ville with my dog treats and make lunch. Then around 2 p.m. or so I'll come back and drop off mail, but I'm basically done. My dad's going to tinker away on the snow truck here, so let's head inside.
Okay, big change of plans. We can't have that pallet sitting out, and we want to be organized for when Johnny G comes next week, because we're forecasting rain on Wednesday and Friday. So if he comes Wednesday or Fridays, we're going to be farting around with pallets in the rain. So it's better to grab them out of the loader shed here and take them in to put them in the truck so they don't get too wet. Yes. All right, so over here, this is like planning a romantic weekend with the wife, and she's showing me pictures of the lingerie and the little sexy items she's packed in her suitcase. So I'm at the resort waiting for her, and she's a no-show. So basically that's what's happened to our parts for the grader and everything else, because everything is riding on the parts that aren't coming, all because of screw-ups, and the computer on the truck's quitting. Yes, and I'm just struggling with the computer in the house. I went to e-transfer some money to myself, and that just turned into a total disaster. I ended up with a big X on the screen. I just about had a heart attack. I figured the hackers had got a hold of my bank account, so they'd get a whole $200. Yes, and then they'd spend it foolishly. Yes, so we just kind of, how would you say, we're going to get things going here this weekend. This project here, we started back in April, I think it was. There's a lot of work we can do, and we can do it outside here, and we don't have to really spend money. So we don't want to do anything. The staff's not feeling well, so we're not going to do firewood. I'm kind of delaying firewood. Maybe we'll get 1 million subscribers, and then we can afford the electric hydro bill. Yes, and we can pay it and turn up the heat, just like the welfare people. All right, so we can get this motor up and running maybe this weekend, like we did a lot of things, and figure out, I know we cut the battery cables and everything like that. They're hanging in the shop. We got little things we can put the gas line on, but we can't go for a test drive because we don't have a wheel nut, or a axle spindle nut. But there's lots we can do on this, so this will keep the viewers' interest drawn. Yes, keep them drawn, and we'll learn about distributors and points and coils and yes, and all that kind of stuff. But all the parts are in here. Yes, we laid everything out, figuring it'd be going in the shop. Yes, we got to put the dry shaft on. That's an enclosed dry shaft with the, how'd you say, U-joints well hidden, so they never wear out. So this truck is 1939. It's the parts truck for the 39 Chevy we used for hauling water and stuff, and now it's become the snow truck. Yes, And someday we'll figure out the tracks on the back. But right now, that looks good. All right, let's go have some lunch or some beverage. And then we'll begin our weekend that was totally unplanned. Just like at the romantic weekend with the wife, and she's a no-show. So I have to improvise.
12 p.m. and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make a quick lunch. I think I'm just going to have soup today since I'm not feeling the greatest. Then after 2, I'll head back to the kingdom with mail and see what my dad's up to. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. I had soup and a sandwich today. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 19 degrees Celsius, which is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, then wait for 2 p.m. so I can do mail and head back to the kingdom. 2 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head up and do mail now. Then I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. So let's go inside, let the dogs back in, and check the mail. Just after 2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Now I'll head down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. Pretty sure we're not doing anything this afternoon. He's just tinkering around on the snow truck. Down at the shop now, and after lunch my dad was fixing this tire on our little wagon. It always went flat as well, like all the other tires here. He said it was just weather stripped and he was able to clean it out and put it back on the rim, no problem. Now we'll see if it leaks again, and if it does, he'll have to take it off the rim one more time. Now I can head inside and go back to WHO-ville and do my weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, coffee time in the kingdom. Yes, this is the parts truck for the original 39 Chevy we drive around. Yes, and this is proof it came from Alexander, just north of Alexander, Manitoba in 1987. Yes, 1987. That was a good year. That's when I said I do. Oh, okay, it wasn't a good year. All right, so we've used it for parts to keep the 39 Chevy up on the road. And then we decided, I think it was April of last year, or this year. Yeah, April of this year. Let's take this frame and the cab, because it was all sitting in that van trailer, and let's put some wheels on, some skis on it, because we don't have enough tires or whatever, rims, and get this thing up and going. That's the original motor for the 38 Maple Leaf, so we tossed it in there. We have parts sitting on the shelves, so instead of on the shelves, let's put it together as a unit. So this became the snow truck. I'll include in a link to the original video back in April, I think it is, in the end screen. I've learned how to do that. All right, so I think we can spend the weekend, how would you say, putting this thing together. This was supposed to be a winter project. We had everything stacked inside. It was to be in the loader shed till it was time for the loader to be parked in the loader shed over there, until it was too cold. And then it was to come out and go in the shop. Simple as that. But now it's out here at the end of August, and we're working on it. So I took all the parts out, put them over there on the back of the 38 Maple Leaf, so they're, how would you say, dry when the rains come. And then we can spend the weekend working on this. Yes, but the main thing we got to do, oh, I got the burps. I just had some peanuts. Okay. It's closing all the stuff that's open. So these axles here need the wheel seals put in. All right. The transmission needs the top put on. And I found the dust cover for this side, and it's an oddball thread. And so I had to make one over here. Anything to keep the moisture or the rains out, because everything is exposed, because it wasn't supposed to be outside. It was supposed to go from the hoe shack to the shop. All right, let's have a quick coffee. Yes, we're still working. We can't have beverage yet. And then get back on this thing to get it sealed up so it can spend, how would you say, the rest of its life outside. Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom, and we got it done. Yes, we didn't film putting the wheel hubs back together because it's all greasy. Yeah, just like the ex-wife there. Oh, her cooking. Yeah, so it's greasy, hard to film. We put the gasket goo on the dust cup, and then those are those plastic rubber things that pop out when they're cold. They break or whatever. You hit a tree or whatever. So that's the way we do it at the end of the world here. So now we got those wheels sealed up. I kind of put a piece of plastic plumbing pipe down in here, got that sealed up, so now it can rain all it wants tonight, and we have the motor covered. So probably that'll be a main thing tomorrow, is to get that motor and transmission closed in so the rains can't get in it. All right, let's go check on the flags. We had a good production day because the boss was not around.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 21 degrees Celsius, which is 69 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It's been extra nice out today. As you can see, the sun is shining. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, as of 6 p.m., that little wagon tires over there still holding air. So that's 3 for 3 in 2 days. Whatever. We did the ones yesterday and today. So we're 3 for 3. That's pretty good. All right. So sad that the parts didn't come for the grader. Yes, just like the romantic weekend with the wife, and she's a no-show. Oh, well. And then I'll be stuck at the no-tell motel all weekend by myself. But all right. That's why we started the snow truck project. It's supposed to be a winter project, so we'll call it a late summer project. All right. Look at the flags. They're in your natural state of being limp. It's actually nice out here. Not too hot, not too cold, not too windy. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some more beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.